Okay, let's have a real talk for a moment. I've acquired a lot of knowledge as both the sun and the moon transition through the sky. There's a time and place for everything, and I enjoy creating content that brings value. But it can only go so far. In this society, just having a dream is not enough to become wealthy. It's a start, but there's only so much you can do because there's so much more that's required. To be honest with you, I recently just filed bankruptcy a couple months ago in an attempt to wipe my slate clean. At the same time a year ago, I actually wrote my life off. Or at least it felt as though I did. Although all the decisions I made didn't really get much of nothing because I didn't put much effort. So in other words, I didn't have anything to show for. I didn't have anything to show. Let's just keep it simple, you know? But I was so wrong. Despite the fact that I lost all my physical things, I didn't lose the knowledge, the things that were taught, the things that were hard fought. Either way, I'm sure you can see that most of the things that brought me down were all self-inflicted. I allowed my internal flame to burn out, or at least I thought so. I was unemployed, single, business had no clients, my car wasn't driving, and I was living with my mom. I had nothing physically going for myself. By definition, I was homeless, and over time I became comfortable with my circumstances. I remember doing day labor at a construction site. I would lay pipe at about 6 to 10 feet into a hole. Sometimes it would be 90-degree weather. The last 2 weeks of me working, he held my week's pay. To be honest with you, I was a little bitter. I was bitter for a couple weeks, but there was a point where I just had to let it go. I put in all that work, and you expect to get a paycheck, but it is what it is. Fast forward 8 months later, I'm working for the gym, and I'm climbing through the ranks, but this isn't my end game. I've met a lot of interesting people on and off the field while working here, and I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm sure most of you would agree with me that 2020 has been one hell of a year. Looking back, it was not easy, but the journey's not over. Unlike my actions of the last year, I'm not just waiting around for things to change. I mentioned in a previous video that I'm working on multiple projects. I would like to take this moment to share a couple of those things with you. I'm actually working on an autobiography because I know I'm going to be a very successful and influential individual. So I would like my book to detail what it took for me to get here and the things that I will acquire from beyond. I enjoy attracting women into my life. Cologne was one of those things that complemented my presence once you came into my magnetic field. I'm aiming towards having a collection of fragrances for any occasion. Personally, I have a very simple and clean style, so why not have an apparel company to complement that as well? It would allow me to continue to market my brand across the board. Now, this doesn't mean that I won't be making any videos, just not as much until the money starts flowing. I'm going to use this channel as a stepping stone to walk away from corporate America. My goals and intentions are to build assets and not liabilities that I can pass on to my kids. In time, they will be able to pass it on to their kids and so forth. My 9-to-5 is not something that I'm able to do that with. So I will establish a piece of my wealth from my digital real estate. If you would like to invest into my brand, please see below for my Cash App. Yes, that is my government name that my parents gave me, but I personally chose to rebrand myself as Hunter. Maybe I will have a video that will go over some of the esoteric details of that name. But up until then, I look forward to continue sharing my experiences with you as the hunt continues.